keep the talk going to have
Okay,
an
we are live,
example.
Carl. We're live.
Okay, good. Yeah,
So,
I'm.
I mean, we could do a test run. Why don't I bring up this? Do you have the script handy? We could just do a test
I
run, one
have it.
question.
I have it handy here.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Why don't we do one question and we can go back and listen to it? We can make up our own minds as to the
Let
quality.
me do an answer too,
Yeah.
because I'm the weakest link. You're under suspicion, at least by Karen, and I can't hear you.
Okay.
So
Let me
sometimes, I mean, that's been the history.
get my Word open here. Didn't have it open. There it is. And, oh man, why do they do this to Word changed and everything has changed again? It's like, well, I've never seen this script before in my life. Okay, nope, that's not it either. There's a new Word interface. Word got updated. And now it's like, oh, come on. I can't find anything. Recent. That's it. I think we asked about this once. That the interlopers do like to encourage change just for the sake of change because it drives everybody crazy.
Well, change is dangerous always because it's a point of conversion or a point of diversion from a current path, and that brings new potential for discontinuities and new road hazards. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm looking. I can't.
Oh, you're
I
trying
opened
to
Word.
find
I
the script?
expect it to be in Word, but I can't see it. So hold on. Let me check my email. Okay, I got it in front of me now. All right, I'll go ahead and just read the first question. Starting right now. Scroll down and get into my view here. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. In the book 30 Years Among the Dead by Dr. Carl Wickland, Mrs. Wickland channeled her deceased childhood friend, Mrs. Lackland, shortly after Mrs. Lackland had passed. Mrs. Lackland said, quote, "Insanity is nothing but obsession by spirits who are sent to the spirit side of life without understanding the truth of God," unquote. Is it really true that insanity is nothing but, quote unquote, obsession by spirits? What can Creator tell us?
All right, this is the channeled response. Your channel through Get Wisdom and the work he does working with the divine realm, us in particular, in providing many answers to probing questions, has continued prior lifetimes of service in helping humanity be awakened and attuned to a major menace from the spirit realm, plaguing humanity across the board again and again, and even to the extent these dark ones have been weaponized by physical races from other star systems and used as a kind of weapon to further drag down humanity for their own dark ends. Those physical extraterrestrials who are corrupted by evil intentions got that way through being possessed by the same demonic fallen angels, the spirits we call spirit meddlers, to represent their negative influence on human life as an outstanding characteristic. So that speaks to the power and influence of an unseen, contaminating consciousness. The flip into someone's energy field unbidden and unnoticed at first and then be a more direct influence on the deeper levels of the mind where they do the most damage, makes them an effective parasite. What happens as a consequence of the possession depends on the vulnerability of the host, how fragile they might be, how malleable they might be to being shaped from within and manipulated to perhaps cause them to stray from their path and serve the darkness more and more over time. That becomes a slippery slope and can lead to madness at an extreme, where people become frankly delusional under the influence of these spirit meddlers. Once that reaches a certain intensity and level of damage, it will cross the line to become a diagnosable psychiatric disorder in the minds of psychiatrists. Such possessed individuals will be given a diagnosis depending on not only the hallucinations, delusional thoughts, but the emotional consequences and the acting out behaviors and feelings in response. That composite will likely fit within one or more psychiatric definitions of a psychotic disorder. So we can confirm for you that this indeed is the origin of psychosis, apart from a very rare circumstance where there is a particular kind of brain damage leading to hallucinations due to corruption of the ability of parts of the mind and brain to communicate effectively with one another without becoming disjointed and more disorienting than useful. Almost always, signs of psychosis are a consequence of spirit presence being. They cleverly manipulate people to torment themselves and perpetuate a program of harassment, undermining, and manipulation to convince them of some delusional narrative being real and promoting them and prompting them to focus on it. And this becomes a major preoccupation that worsens things and truly carves in stone the corrupted beliefs instilled by the dark spirits with evil intentions to mislead, misguide, and torment their host. This creates quite a dilemma because even when dark spirits leave the human, they will not be normal because the corrupted beliefs remain and the delusional preoccupation designed to be self-perpetuating will continue on. And together, this constitutes a challenge at a minimum for a would-be therapist to do anything about it. The power of corrupted beliefs to alter people radically and make them refractory to reason and common sense is why the field of psychiatry has defaulted to rely on antipsychotic medications of various types to, in effect, numb the mind as the best the doctors can do to suppress illogical and potentially harmful thoughts, feelings, and behavior. This will not cure, but only contain the problem and will have uncertain success at that. The difference between someone who carries around a group of spirit meddlers without seemingly being harmed compared to someone with diagnosable schizophrenia as a consequence of their spirit possession is the vulnerability of the latter individual, primarily because of prior karmic trauma in their history. Possession by spirit meddlers has been a fixture of history down through the ages, causing many people to have this skeleton in their closet. And it might even be a pre planned agenda before the reincarnation begins in a new life to start with vulnerability, to take on the problem once again. This, the law of karma, will arrange many times as part of the life purpose because the ravages of spirit possession are as serious as any other trauma a person can experience and will have karmic consequences going forward to be reckoned with.
Okay. So what I did here is I heard a couple of dropouts where it sounded like you were underwater for a second or two. Not long. These are not big dropouts, but they're like, you know, where your voice kind of just
Uh-huh.
drops and, like I said, kind of sounds like you're underwater. That's probably happened 4 or 5 times throughout your delivery. Um, So we can try to play it back and see see what it sounds like. Let me see if we can do that easily at all. Probably got to end the session. And do you want to? Did we do Teams before? Have we done Teams?
Done what?
Have we done Teams? Because Teams has replaced Skype. Have I called you on Teams? I don't know
No,
if I have.
I don't think I could connect to it. I think we tried to get on and I can't connect to it.
Okay. Because we have to end this session in order. Well, no, I can go to YouTube and probably get it. Hold on, let me try this.
So I'm sorry, go to what?
No, I'm going to try to find this recording. I'm going to end the stream.